All right, y'all, we got a film study from Jackson Kruger breaking down some film of Tanner McKee. If y'all watch my reaction and y'all watch my reactions to some of the other Eagle players, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of glazing Tanner McKee, man. This dude looked so good. I hope he can. I hope he can repeat that. I hope he can repeat that in his next preseason game. Excuse me, because they got a good one. They got a good one, man. That's a good backup quarterback. Um, you see, has he been in the league with? Yeah. So he signed. He signed with Philly as an undrafted free agent in 2023. So he's been on a squad for 3 years now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is his first opportunity at QB2. I could be wrong. Eagles fans, y'all let me know. But he looked very good. I'm looking forward to, the Eagles having another safe option at QB in case, Jalen Hurts goes down. Yeah, that man looked good, bro. So we're gonna check out Jackson Kruger's thoughts and his breakdown on Tanner McKee's performance. Should be a quicker video. I'm gonna try not to pause too much because the video is already 8 minutes long, so I'm gonna try to refrain from pausing. But yeah, I dropped some insightful stuff in the comment section for me. Appreciate it. Let's get to it.
Let's talk about Tanner McKee, who had quite the performance for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of buzz about how he was able to play. So I figured why not make a film study and talk about what were my thoughts on his performance. I definitely thought he did some nice things out there. Like, I think this play is a pretty good example of what he did, even though it was one of his last plays of the game because he got taken out early third quarter. But you see right here, it's going to be a man coverage concept that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be in right here. You see that for the Philadelphia Eagles to have essentially just a little pick play to try and get someone open. And as you see, once it begins, they are going to get a player open. And I think this is kind of like, this could be considered a knock. I mean, hey, this is what Jalen Hurts has been getting knocked for all offseason, and that weird thing that's happened with him where it feels like everyone's been arguing over how good he is all offseason. But people will say, oh, all Hurts does is hit the open guy. Well, you know what? Sometimes in football, that's all you need to do. You see Tanner McKee going to do a good job.
Hey, I can't complain about that.
Throws it, able to hit the open guy. They get a touchdown. Good stuff there by the Philadelphia.
I feel like Purdy gets knocked for that too. That's another quarterback who I feel like gets knocked. But hey, you making the right plays, you executing. I don't care if the play calling is immaculate. I'm gonna still give you a flowers. You're not a bad quarterback in my eyes.
Philadelphia Eagles. So again, is that the craziest play in the world? No, it's not. Obviously, it's not. But it's still an effective play that is, you're able to run the offense, and quite frankly, for a backup quarterback, that's what you want. Right?
Smith is an undrafted free agent, right?
Awesome. And do stuff when plays break down. You want a guy who's just going to be able to run the offense. Like this next play, for example, what's going to happen is it's going to be again, you're going to have a one-on-one matchup on the outside right here, and I actually think this is kind of important because 3rd down and 5, and let's be honest, in these situations, what do the Eagles usually like to do? Well, they like to throw one up to AJ Brown, right? Well, here you want to have a backup quarterback who isn't afraid to do that. Some backup quarterbacks, they're a lot more cautious just because they don't have the arm talent that starting quarterbacks do. Well, for Tanner McKee, he takes a snap and does this get open? Honestly, yeah. Usually these plays don't get open right away. This one is, there is a window at the very least for him to make this throw. So I can see why he, is interested in making the throw, certainly. But also, he puts it in a good spot. Lets his receiver make, bit of a tough catch. That wasn't perfect or anything like that. But you know what? It was good. It's the right strategy. And even if this
dude catch radius is insane. So I mean, as long as you put it in the area, if he can make the adjustment, it's good. Put it in the area. That's it.
wasn't perfect. You also had this one, which is going to be more down the field, and this just on a 1st and 10. Still going to be a one-on-one matchup down the field. The last play, okay, it's 3rd and 5. You kind of have
Donnie
to
Wilson
down the
again.
field. This is one you don't have to do, right? But you still would like to see your, your backup quarterback be willing to do this if it's the right situation. So he takes the snap and he's going to say, yeah, well, let's fire one down here. Again, this one not quite as open. This is going to have to be a good throw if this is going to be a completion and probably a good catch as well. And as you see, that is exactly what happens. Good throw, good catch, and you get the the big completion there. So again, it's good that he's that's a good throw. That's not why I'm really showing it. I mean,
Look at
it's part of why I'm
catch.
showing it, because it is good to make the good throw. But it's nice just to see that he can throw it in a way that gets a completion, right? A.J. Brown doesn't need a perfect throw. He needs a good enough throw. Well, that's better than good enough, so that's what you like. He did have one kind of glaring error in this game. Don't need to break the play down too much. It's going to be a designed rollout towards the bottom of the screen. You're going to have receivers going over in that direction. And as you see, Tanner McKee takes the snap, rolls out, does make this throw. As of right here, there's a Cincinnati player in the area, and quite frankly, this is just too dangerous of a throw to make here. While you want to make sure your backup quarterback isn't afraid to take a chance if he has to, you also don't want the backup quarterback to throw you out of a game, right? This one doesn't quite get intercepted, but again, if you want a quarterback but it could have been, right?
Boy,
And
I
if you
forgot
want a
about Darius
quarterback
Cooper.
who can, just give you a chance, protecting the football is going to be an important part of that. So it is a tough balance, right? But ultimately, I think you'd rather have a guy who will put the ball in harm's way once and still give you the positives than, never put the ball in harm's way, but also never give you any positives. And I do have to say as well, he wasn't just the game manager when he was playing in this preseason game. Like, for example, this play. So this one's going to be a zone coverage concept. It's a cover 3 zone. You see the routes on the screen and how this could potentially get open. Usually that kind of middle route is the one that can get open on this play. Tanner McKee is going to take the snap. He runs the play action. And as of right here, doesn't love what he sees right now, but there's also pressure coming. So you can't really take forever at this point. However, the pressure is going to go with more of an inside move at this point, and because of that, watch what Tanner McKee does. He is going to do a good job at getting outside the pocket. Watch what Tanner McKee does. He is going to...
I don't know if this was intentional or not, but he made a plant. Look where his feet is at right now. All right, here, this yard line right here, this little hash.
An inside move at this point, and because of that, watch what Tanner McKee does. He is going
Plants up a little bit, gets a little closer. That's gonna pull a defensive end inside a little bit more to make him think he's a little bit closer to you, and then
to do a good job.
Dips out. So, bro, there's so many quarterbacks who don't have that in their bag, but it's so simple, and it's a lot of quarterbacks who do have it in their bag. But it's just part of manipulating the defenders and buying yourself more time. But it's nice to see Tanner doing that, especially as a backup quarterback. I like to see that.
Job at getting outside the pocket just gives him a little bit more time to finally be able to make that throw and get a completion. Again, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but that is a play that you don't really expect backup quarterbacks to make. You kind of expect, you hope backup quarterbacks can come in and just run the offense. This is him doing a little bit more than that, which is definitely, good to see if you're an Eagles fan. I won't say exciting because, you're probably not winning a Super Bowl this way, but at the very least, if Jalen Hurts misses a month of the season, you could at least be okay, whereas some other teams might be screwed if their starting quarterback misses a month of the season.
I like greatness, bro. I like greatness. So, you know what I'm saying? If the Eagles go back-to-back, I got no problems with it. If they got them a nice backup quarterback, I got no problem with it. You know what I mean? That's just me. Whoever beats them and surpasses them, I got no problem with it. At the end of the day, I'm a Texans fan, and I want my team to win, and I think we got good odds. But at the end of the day, I could, I could appreciate, greatness. That's it.
This
Success.
One's another one, 3rd down and 5. So, okay, big, play in a meaningless game, right? It's going to be man coverage that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be in once again. Watch as when McKee takes the snap. Again, pressure comes off the outside, but it goes too far to the outside. Very quickly, he realizes it, starts moving, giving yourself extra time. Even if you, when going outside the pocket, essentially cut off half the field, it's still almost always a good play because, A, if something gets wide open on the other side of the field, you could supposedly try it. But B, you're just getting so much more time, right? Like, as of right now, he's essentially doubled what you typically expect if you're a defensive back. So now you have to cover for way longer than you were setting out to, and it's difficult. Still, you don't have to throw a ball down there if you don't see anything open. However, something did get open. He makes a great throw, and it's dropped. But I mean, that's a great play by Tanner McKee. So yeah, he was definitely able to do stuff like this as well. So ultimately, what does all this mean with the Tanner McKee stuff with the Philadelphia Eagles? I mean, listen, obviously, Jalen Hurts is probably going to be the starter, right? He won a Super Bowl. I think his job is pretty secure there. So ultimately, I mean, there's several things, like, from McKee's perspective. Like, Hurts is a running quarterback. That means you take hits. That means you're more likely to have to miss some time. Last season, we saw him miss a few games towards the end of the year before coming back and being healthy in the playoffs. If that happens, well, that's a way McKee can get some playing time that way. There also always is. Sometimes a quarterback will play well enough in the preseason. Another team's interested enough that they're willing to throw a draft pick that way. Maybe not right away, but maybe,
I'm not trading him. I would not trade him. I'm not gonna lie. No time soon. At least not. Yeah, no time soon. We're gonna finish it out with the season. Yeah, I think you can have trade talks after the season, especially if he finishes this preseason strong. He's not getting traded.
After this season, I think the Eagles, they feel pretty good about their roster for obvious reasons. Like, I think if I'm them, I'm not listening to any offers unless it's a really valuable pick or maybe a player who could play right now, because backup quarterbacks matter. Like I said, if Hurts misses 4 weeks, can you make sure that McKee can come in and keep you afloat so that way you can win some games? I haven't seen anything other than like that from McKee. I think that obviously people get very excited with this stuff. I think it still remains to be seen how well he will be able to play, but ultimately, hey, being able to light up preseason rosters means that you're at least, more likely to be able to stay afloat during the regular season. So, yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on all of this. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching. Also, I'll just mention at the end of this that I do have a movie channel as well.
I like his movie channel, at least stuff that I've seen from it. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I would check out his movie channel if y'all like movie reviews. I think it's a really, really cool concept, cool channel. So yeah, definitely go check that out. But yeah, man, that was good breakdown, good film study. I might stream tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so I might stream on Thursday. I'm not streaming. If I'm streaming, it's probably gonna be earlier in the day, bro. I'm trying to get off of streaming too late because I go to bed mad late and my sleep schedule is all over the place. And yeah. Anyways, though, God bless. Like the video, helps out, goes a long way. Drop some insightful stuff in the comment section. Thank y'all for your time. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.